Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another match with some commentary. Got me on the right playing the good old Swordsoul. I've been contemplating what I want to play for the rest of this format. We're in the fire format right now, and I definitely don't want to drop, a solid $1,000 on a deck. So I've just been messing around playing Swordsoul. I played Labyrinth for a little bit. I think those are like the two main decks that I've played, but you're gonna see my opponent on the left playing ABC. Yeah, it's an absurd deck from like 2016 or so. So about 8 years old, honestly, at this point. Pretty crazy to think of, but it's still going strong, I guess. You can see his hand. His hand's honestly not too bad. He opens up with the Union Hanger. He's got B, Buster Drake, and C, Crush Wyvern on the field. Goes instant fusion for Mud Dragon, and then he's going to link it into a Barricade Borg blocker. After the match, I talked to him and talked to my opponent, and he says he's missing a few cards, one of them being an SP. So you're probably going to see some weird lines of play where he could have done SP but just didn't. Either way, he's going to end on an Appaloosa and an ABC Buster Dragon with one card face down. And he's going to pass it on over to me. He's got two cards in hand. I saw earlier that I think it's an Ash and a Nibiru in the hand. And I'm going to open up with the Imperm, but he's going to quickly realize that I have a field spell on the field, so I control a card and I can't activate Imperm from my hand. Right here I'm going to summon a Shuna, and I realize I don't have my extra deck out, and that's when we're going to notice that, the field spell is right there. So he's asking to read my Imperm, so it's totally fine. Then we realize that, the Shuna goes back to hand, and we just reverse the game state back before the legal play. So activate the effect of Shisthana to summon from hand, and then I'm going to special summon the Ecclesia. I have a couple different options here. I can't attack over the Appaloosa because it's 1600 and Ecclesia is 15. So it definitely creates a little bit of a problem here. I have to try my best to play through it. There was one other option, so I'm going for a Baxia line here. He's definitely going to negate this. So he negates that effect. The only other option I had there was going into a Monk with Shithana and then crashing it into the Appaloosa, and then using the effect of Shithana, banish itself and pop a card. But Appaloosa activates it can activate in damage step to negate, because it negates activation, so definitely wasn't the best line of play. I'm going to go Baxia effect, target my field spell, and target the Ecclesia and Grave to destroy the first target, summon the second target. He's going to negate that. Then I'm going to go Heavenly Dragon Circle, tributing my Baxia. Searching a Worm, or searching a Tenyi here, he's going to Ash that, so it's leaving me with very, very few options here. I got the Ashuna in hand still. So summon it out in attack position, and then just going straight for a Typhon so he can't use his Buster Dragon on me. It serves two different purposes too. It's also so he can't tag out the Buster Dragon, and then he's got the Imperm face down, which is going to negate my Typhon, and I just pack it up from there. It's a rough position to be in, but there were very few options there. I think I can't remember exactly what I had in my hand, but I don't think it really was going to matter because he had a Nib in his hand too, so I wasn't going to make it very far at all, which, he could have just tagged out his Buster Dragon, get all three of his pieces, and then they all go to grave. So we're just going to skip past this and go right to game number 2. Alright, we're going to draw for turn. I'm going to go first, obviously, starting off pretty strong with the Shuna special summon. He's going to Spooky Dogwood me, which is pretty crazy because I think we had like 30 minutes or so left on the clock, but I'm going to let it resolve. He's going to gain some life. I'm going to triple tax him. You can see he's got a Regulus, the Water Enchantress, B, Buster Drake, and a Rights. So I put back the B Buster, or the B Buster Drake, because there's no point in putting Rights or the Enchantress back to the deck, because he pretty much just has 2 copies of the same card, and putting one back isn't going to do anything. The Regulus doesn't do anything in his hand because he doesn't have a machine monster engraved, so it puts him on a top deck, whereas the B Buster Drake, you know, it essentially allows for him to get the Regulus out, and it's a good discard off of the right. Well, it'd be Faithful Adventure, but so the only option there was putting back the B. You're gonna see me go into a 10-yi combo right here. I know exactly what's in his hand, so I'm not too worried about, you know, playing around hand traps or anything. What I'm thinking here is I can't stop him from getting an adventure token and getting the Fateful Adventure, but what I can do is I can put up a blackout. So right here, I'm going to contemplate either searching a Longyan for an Omni Negate, or searching a blackout to pop the Fateful and the token whenever he does activate the effect. So I end up settling for a blackout, and then activating Hara to add back the Ashuna. And I'm going to set one mysterious card and pass it on over. We're just calculating life right here because of the spooky dogwood. So he's going to draw for turn. He gets the Revolution Synchron, so that does get him a machine that can possibly go to grave. He's going to activate Rights. And then, since he controls the Adventure token, he gets to summon the Water Enchantress from hand, and that triggers the Fateful Adventure. I'm contemplating here if I should activate the Blackout, and I do. I pop the token and the Fateful Adventure. The alternative is if I don't pop that right there, then he just gets the free equip card. And if I'm gonna stop him from getting the Griffin anyways, I might as well just pop it here instead of letting him get a free card. So I'm gonna draw for turn. I know I have an Ashuna in hand, and then I'm gonna summon the Shithana. I'm gonna normal summon that, and then just link it off for a Monk. There's not a whole lot of options right here. I know he still has the Therion in hand, and I don't know that he has the Revolution Synchron, but so he's got one unknown in his hand to me right now. I'm gonna attack over the Water Enchantress with the Shisha, and then attack directly for Monk. And we're just doing life points right now because the spooky dogwood, he's got a whole bunch, and we're trying to figure out the calculations for it. I'm contemplating setting a card here. So I'm going to set one card, pass it over. It looks like I had an Ash Blossom in my hand. He's going to activate the Water Enchantress. I believe I let this resolve because since he has a Fateful Engrave, I don't imagine he's playing a second one. So all this does really is just gets him a level 4 token. So he activates it, gets the token. He's going to normal summon the Revolution Synchron and go for a level 7 synchro play right here. He's going to activate the Revolution Synchron to summon it back, mills a card, change it to level 1. And then going for a level 8 play, synchro. It's a Crystal Wing coming down, which is pretty interesting. Puts the Revolution in the back row. So he's got 2 monster negates right here. I'm reading Crystal Wing right now because what I want to do is I want to negate the Crystal Wing. So in the damage step I can Shithana because I know he's gonna destroy my Monk. And a lot of people forget what that card does, so pretty confident he doesn't know what's about to happen. So activating Shithana, summon back the Monk, and potentially pop a card that gets the Regulus on out of there. So he's going to tribute that. I'm going to draw for a turn. So starting off with the Shuna, activating that effect, summoning itself. I know I have an Ash Blossom in hand too. So going into a Typhon and then just spinning back the Crystal Wing. I think there honestly could have been a better play right there. Because I think I had Ash Blossom in hand. Regardless, he's gonna activate the Union Hanger. I'm gonna Cosmic it. So the better play that I just realized honestly was summoning the Shuna, going into a Monk, and then normal summoning the Ash Blossom and activating a Shuna to summon a Vishuda, and summoning the big Longyan from the extra deck, the one that banishes the spell and banishes a monster on summon. I think that probably would have been better than just keeping the Ash Blossom and keeping the Typhon on field, but you know, it's the pros of going over your replays, as you see stuff like that. So right here, I'm just looking to kill him, and I want to do it under 5 summons preferably. So right here, I think I'm on my 3rd summon with Baxia, and then I have a Longyan Engrave, so I know it's not too bad if he does nib me, but he sees that I have lethal on board and just scoops it up from there. So we're gonna go right into a game number 3. Here we are, game number 3. So my opponent's gonna go first. You can see his hand a little bit. It looks like he's got a couple combo pieces in his hand, but ultimately they're not gonna do a whole lot. So he's gonna just set 1 card and pass. And right here, so when he activated Enchantress, Water Enchantress, for his first action on his turn, he asked me after the match why I ashed that. I think in his head, he knew what combo he was going for, and he knew the weak point of it. But for me, Ash Blossom was the only hand trap I had in my hand. So if I let him get to the Adventure Engine and get Griffin on board, my 1 hand trap wouldn't have done anything. So I had to just stop him from getting to the Adventure Engine, and then I would have just had to deal with whatever combo he had afterwards. So I have the Tenyi combo option available here. I opened up a Shuna, Adhara, and Longyan, but I choose not to do that because I'm reading that there's got to be some kind of hand trap in his hand. So instead, I just go for a Baron line. So pitching the Adhara, summoning the Longyan, and then going into a Baron effect of Longyan burn for 12, and then a Shuna effect to summoning the Vishuda from the deck, and then normal summoning the Adhara. And what I'm going to do here, I believe I go into a Baxia line. Nope, just going for a Shishao instead. So activating the effect, adding the Blackout. So I have a Baron, the Monk, and a Shishao on the field. He's at 68 because I burned him with Longyan, and then I have exactly game on board right now. So exactly 68, getting the kill in there, and seems like I played it properly. And here I'm just explaining to him why I Ash Blossom right there. So that is the end of the game right there, guys. I appreciate you for sticking till the end of it. If you guys like this, this kind of commentary, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what I could do better to improve this either commentary, or see what kind of games you guys want to see what kind of decks you want to watch, want to see me commentate, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.